Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Chris Green at Outdoor Power Tech. I'm back with you on part 4. Sorry, I heard a washer fall. Didn't know where it come from. Last video we left off. I took sump off and everything and pulled the governor out, and I got everything all cleaned up. I was going to show y'all the head. Now this was just soaking it and wiping it down with a towel and blowing it off with my air compressor. As you can see, that's very clean. That's why I'm just doing a partial rebuild. The guy said it ran great, and the valves are seating pretty good. Didn't smoke, didn't leak any oil isn't leaking past the rings at all on it. So but she's all cleaned up, and now the fun part is putting it back together. And I was going to show you this head. You can get that spotless if you want to. I'm not. I soaked it and cleaned it real good. I'm not going to get in there with a Scotch Brite and shine it. I mean, we're not making a racing motor here. I'm just replacing all the gaskets and everything on it, and going through the carburetor and stuff like that. So you can do what you want to, but like I said, I just soaked it and cleaned it real good. Now if I was doing a full rebuild for somebody and they were paying me the money it takes to do a full rebuild, I'd get that spotless. But to be honest with you, you get it super clean, you run it 10 to 20 times, it's going to look just like this again. The only reason you would want to get this like really, I'm not talking about silver clean, but if there's a lot of buildup on there, you want to get it off, which there wasn't much on there, but I mean, that's super smooth. That's just stained basically now, so there's no need in me Scotch Briteing it. But I went ahead and ordered me a kit because they were super cheap. Now the governor arm wasn't. Can't remember how much it was, but let's go back to our model number. So if y'all have one just like this, you're not going to see it on this camera, but model number is 131232. I guess I could clean that up better for y'all. So I went online, looked at a couple of distributors I deal with, and of course eBay had the cheapest. I buy a lot of stuff from eBay, but if my distributors don't have it, or Amazon. But the part number for this governor is 692016. And then the kit that I bought that has all those gaskets and seals is 495603. Okay, let's set this camera down. Hopefully it don't cut off and me have to start over. First thing we're going to do is put this cylinder head on, and it came with a gasket. You remember me telling y'all about the gaskets, the new gaskets? This is the old one, the aluminum one. And I have 40s coming in on the truck this week. Could wait and do it then, but the kit came with these graphite ones. They're still good head gaskets, but I prefer the aluminum ones. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to set it down on the cylinder head. Like so. Of course it doesn't go like this. It goes like this. And make sure your head gasket isn't damaged also. 99% of the time when you get these graphite ones, there'll be a bend in it somewhere. You can't see that bend, but there's a bend right there in the center right here. Just make sure it's in good shape. Put it on there. Put your cylinder head on. And then we're going to put our bolts in. Now remember, we had 3 that were longer than the other ones, and those go on the side that the exhaust is on. And this is the exhaust side. The intake's over here. I'll show y'all again. The exhaust is always kind of burnt up. Of course, if I cleaned it up with steel wool and Scotch-Brite, you wouldn't be able to tell, but this is your intake. The side that your carburetor goes on is your intake. This is your exhaust. And on the exhaust side, straight up, over the head, these 3 bolts are longer. Go ahead and put them in. When you put them in, you can do this. Put your 2 bolts in like so, with your gasket on it, on the head. And place your bolts where they're supposed to go. Let your head come down. Just screw those in just a little bit. Go ahead and get your 3rd bolt in, which is a longer one. Alright. Now we're going to put in all the other ones. I won't go ahead and run those down. I'm not tightening them up. They just snug. Not even snug. Alright, let's see what's going on with this one. See why it's tripping. Okay. It's just enough to trigger that impact on that battery grip. Okay. Alright, now we're going to torque these down. And when you torque, you want to start on one, just choose one, it doesn't matter. But you want, if this one you start on, go to this one next. And then I tend to go there, then there, then there, and there, and just keep doing it. Alright, and I'm going to show you. This is the Briggs Stratton repair manual. We've looked at this before. It's a repair manual from Briggs Stratton. Let's go to, I have it marked. We're going to go to the cylinder heads. And this is what torque you want to have. Ours is a 131 and it is an aluminum cylinder. There's 130000. So we're going to want to do 140 pounds. 140 pounds torque per square inch. I'm going to go ahead and set that on the torque wrench. If you don't have a torque wrench, just, I don't know how to safely tell you, just snug it and then turn it till you feel that it's tight. If it gets to the point where you feel like you pushing too hard and going to break it, you've went a little too far. Let's see here, 140. That's a 1/2 inch. We still recording? Yes. All right. All right. All right, I've went all the way around. I want to go back again. All right, we done. Now, some instructions will tell you once you torque it to back out and then retorque it. I'm not seeing it in this repair manual anywhere. I'm doing it by the book for y'all right now. Normally, I wouldn't back off and redo it again. I mean, this just a little 5 horsepower Briggs Stratton motor. We're not building a racing engine. All right, next, we're gonna go ahead. You remember we had that broke. That broke governor, broke off inside. Well, we got a new one, new old stock. That's what the new one looks like. What you're gonna want to do is turn your crank until your weights are on this left side over here. And you're going to want to put your governor in like so, not with the flap sticking up. See if I can show you. You don't want to stick it in like that. It goes like this. So we're going to stick it in. Make sure your crank weights are out of the way, whatever you want to call them. Slide it in this way. Because if you stick it in like this, I don't think it'll even go in that way. It won't. So it looks like that. And if you do pull this bearing off, some of them don't have roller bearings. This one does. If it's just a seal on there and the shaft just goes through the sump plate, then make sure, especially if your crank comes out, and your cam comes out, make sure this dot, make sure you turn your crank until it's usually right when you got it right there. Make sure this dot lines up with the dot on your crank gear. It'll be right across from it. Maybe if I do a full rebuild, I'll show y'all exactly that. But make sure those dots line up so it's in timing. Okay. Now, I'm just going to leave it like that. Here's the sump. I wire brushed that with my air power wire wheel. I just wire brushed this lip right here. Didn't clean none of that. It was in good shape. I'm not going to replace this seal. The seal's in great shape. I have a new seal for it, but I mean, why knock one out if it's in, I mean, this thing's in perfect shape. If y'all want to see a video on how to do that, I'll be glad to. But look at that. See that lip on there? It's perfect. But yeah, like I said, if y'all want to see it, I don't know how. If you want to see a video on how to do that, just let me know and I'll make a video specifically just on that. Okay. Now we're going to get our sump gasket out. Be very careful with this. Especially if you get it in the, I'll show you. Another motor I'm rebuilding, the sump gasket came in this. Look how close the gasket is to the edge of this package. Be careful when opening your packages from the mail. Alright. You don't have to put no sealant on here. They don't come with sealant from the factory, from Briggs Stratton. I think if they didn't put any on here, I think it's fine not to put none on here. Like, you don't want to put a RTV sealant or silicone, anything like that. Alright. What I do use is this sprayer gasket. Sealant is not thick at all. You'll see. It just helps it stick a little bit. See, it's just a fine coat on there. Gobbed up a little bit. Okay, we'll set her on there like so. Hey. I think they sent me the wrong gasket. They sent me the wrong gasket in this kit. Well, I'll be there again. Alright, well. Looks like I'm going to be ending this video right here. Yep, they sent the wrong gasket in this kit. Everything else is right. Sure enough, they sure enough did. That's for the other motor. Alright, well. Looks like I'll be ending this video here. Alright, I went out and grabbed a gasket real quick so I can go ahead and get this video taken care of. But back where we were. Here's a gasket. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with this gasket sealant. All it does is help it stick. And I'm going to go ahead and stick I'm going to hit this bearing right here with just a little bit of oil. Just to help this go on. I'll hit some on. I'll put some on this lip too, on this bearing. On this seal. Alright. I'm going to put some oil on this seal just to help out getting it on. When you're putting this on, just make sure your gasket lines up. Now I'm just going to use a rubber hammer. There we go. Alright, let's see here. Let's go back to our manual for this sump cover. Crankcase cover or sump. Torque. Ours is the 1.3. Ours is 131. 120 pounds per square inch. Now all those are the same size. Remember just to get them snug. Alright. I'm going to set my torque wrench to 120. And that's it. We got our head back on, new head gasket. Got new governor on. Got a new sump pump gasket on. Everything's torqued down to the Briggs Stratton specs. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Till next time, have a blessed day. Thank you.